I'll be damned, it's doing it again. It's black over here on my YouTube. I'm not gonna turn it off this time though. What's up, everybody? It's kind of discouraging. I can't ever get this shit to work right. I know I can see myself from my channel, but in the studio where I can see what all was going on is completely black. But it don't matter. I'll do it this way. Let me scroll on back up here. I'm a second or two behind, but I can read y'all's chats. What's up? Y'all heard the good news? Y'all see what's going on with Robinhood? That's about a 5-second delay. What's up, Wayne? I'm sorry I lost all y'all a second ago. Ryan Cohen ain't got nothing to do with it. He's just at the helm of the ship, and he's been doing a good job. Unlike our CEO. But any news from GameStop? That's all myths, people. Whatever they're going to say, they already know what they're going to say. They've known what they're going to say. They prepared for what they're going to say. Y'all ought to be focused on what I'm trying to tell y'all. Yes, it's about to happen. And if you remember, GME went first in the squeeze. It ran up to 500 and AMC was trying to catch up. It's probably going to be the same way this time. Okay, let me give you the background story. All right, well, I could just tell you the punchline. Robinhood just secured a $3.5 billion loan, if necessary, from JP Morgan. All right. Now, that's very, very, very significant, people. Very significant. Because you got to understand, most people have never got on board with what really happened January 27th and 28th. That's why I wrote the books. All right. And now they're in audio form over on the other channel. You need to check them out so you can know what's going on. It's free. You just have to listen to the motherfuckers. But it tells you everything. It tells you that on the 27th, Ken Griffin and Vlad had an argument over the payment for order flow rates. Ken Griffin wanted a cheaper payment for order flow rate because of the volume of the meme stocks they were having to deal with. Vlad told Kenny, fuck you. You pay the same price everybody else pays, bitch. And the next day, Ken Griffin, Citadel, refused to buy Robinhood's order flow. That was the reason for Robinhood getting the 3 o'clock phone call. If everybody can understand that, if y'all can just look at the history and the reports and come to the conclusion that they were making their move against Ken Griffin in January. He was fixing to go down. And right at the last second, him and Vlad fell out over the order flow. That's what I believe. Well, that's what the records prove. They didn't talk about taking the buy button away. The buy button was taken away because Vlad had to come up with $3 billion and he didn't have it. So they had to do risk management and everything else. But the point is this, it's back again. See, now they're on the offense. BlackRock, Vanguard, Robinhood, AMC, SEC, everybody is on the offense now, and they're making their moves right now on Ken Griffin. It's coming. Get ready. Adam Aaron's fixing to play his part. He's fixing to put out the ape news, I believe. I believe that's coming very, very soon, that he's going to tell us he's going to reissue ape. That's going to be our part in all of this. Now, I love what one person commented in my comment concerning the ape share, the new ape share, and he says, so this is checkmate part 2. And I looked at that comment and I'm thinking, yeah, that's exactly what this is. So you got to understand, they had Ken Griffin backed in a corner in January and June, and that motherfucker wiggled his way out of it, albeit by accident. He didn't even mean it, but it saved his fucking ass to fight another day. And they've been preparing and preparing and preparing. Slowly, we get mad because it didn't happen so fast, and Adam Aaron fucked a lot of shit up. All right, there was no reason for all that 10-to-1 reverse stock split and the way he done it the first time. But like I've told y'all, this time they're gonna make sure that Adam Aaron don't fuck this up, because they got too much riding on it now. It's not just my money and your money, it's their money, and they are down a whole lot. People, they are down so much, you can't believe how much these people are down. And they fought one person, Ken Griffin. Don't y'all see everybody on the news? And I ain't just talking about on YouTube. I'm talking about on your major networks now. The guy that wrote Flash Boys. What's his name? What's the guy's name that wrote Flash Boys about the high frequency trading and stuff? I read it and I got it over there in my Amazon. When the Lambo would have happened if we hadn't had a reverse stock split. You might have to settle for a Cadillac. Michael Lewis. That's right. Michael Lewis. He's come out now and he's telling them just like it is. This is how they're doing it. And they're parking your orders. You'll buy it today and they don't give a fuck. They'll hold on to your orders for a month. They don't give a fuck. So can you imagine the volume that's backed up over there at Citadel? And now everybody's pointing the fingers and they're saying, whose fault is it? It's the market makers' faults. And it is. They're criminals. Did he take it over? He mastered that motherfucker. He was almost fixed to take BlackRock down. He almost had BlackRock. BlackRock got cocky. BlackRock set this AMC GME meme stock shit in motion. That's who set this in motion. And we got into it and we all started fighting Ken Griffin, which we should. But just remember, there's devils on both sides of these boards. I just want to be paid, and I ain't going to get paid much. Not anymore. Man, if we hadn't had the reverse stock split, if we could have had our shares right now, because what's about to happen is about to happen. He's about to give a press release with some fucking news. He's going to have to try to overshadow GameStop. And people, I'm praying that y'all please don't get upset when he announces 8, because they're not going to let him fuck it up this time. It would have worked the first time. I've told y'all that. Go watch these videos. that I just got through doing, because I started a series and I said, man, let me tell you what's going on, because it's fixing to go down. And I see the comments. I see the comments in my video. You still talking? Listen, I don't give a damn how long they've been saying Jesus is coming back. He's coming back now. Just like the squeeze is inevitable. It's got to happen. They're going to take Ken Griffin down. All of them. JP Morgan's the one that said, that told Robinhood, I got you back. If that motherfucker refuses the order flow again, we got you back. That's what that means. Robinhood secured $3.5 billion. I heard it on Thomas James. And I'm going, he don't understand the significance of that. JP Morgan just told Robinhood, if Citadel pulls that shit off like they did last time, we got your back. So before a phone call can even be made to Robinhood, Robinhood knows they're going to have the money. So they took that away from Ken Griffin, that power. The only power that I could see Ken Griffin having is telling a brokerage firm, and I mean Fidelity, I mean TD Ameritrade, they all route through the market makers now. All right, period. I don't give a fuck what brokerage you're with. They're going to route. Schwab goes to Citadel. And they're fed up with it. The only reason they had to get on the boat with Ken Griffin is because they didn't have a fucking choice. Either go through Ken Griffin with the order flow, or your orders don't get filled. And that shit's coming to a halt. They putting the brakes on it right fucking now. And if people can't see that, then you don't know that when you look up in the sky and you see the storm clouds and it's thundering and lightning, you better get inside. Now, whatever Larry Fink's move is, now it's the cat system for sure, and news come down on that today. Just relax. It's kind of like taking a vaccine shot. It hurts for a minute and then it goes away. You're going to, I think, don't worry. Ain't nobody else talking about this. So when the news drops, and it will, you just remember who told you first and then come on back over here so I could tell you what it means for us. Because it's not bad news. They're not going to fuck it up this time. They let Adam Aaron have his way. I was telling in a video, and I told Froggy, when them debt holders are talking to Adam Aaron right now, what do you think they're talking about? My God, Andre, that's a hard question to answer. If you're in a position like me, my first time I bought into AMC was at $42. All right. So there's that you got to filter in. And then we went through a reverse stock split. So what I had before, I didn't have anymore. And then the few I did have, I had to sell some of them just to feed the dogs and eat. So, and I told people, fuck it if y'all don't understand that. Yes, Robinhood was for T0. Who else is for T0? I've been telling everybody Robinhood was for T0. Man, if y'all watch my last just 5 videos where I'm talking about, go read GameStop Greed and Glory over on the other YouTube channel. It's an audiobook, and it's about the GameStop hearing they had up in Washington. And Vlad told them, the man asked Vlad, would settle all this? And Vlad said, you must be right and settle it all. End everything. No more FTDs, no more just making short selling and selling the same security 5 times. He said T0 would end all that. They asked Ken Griffin. Ken Griffin said, well, that just ain't, I mean, the money it would cost to do it. Vlad said, we'll do it. We'll throw in on that. If we can get it to T0. That was him and fucking Kenny going at it, people. Just smoked my last one. You'll know AMC's fixing to squeeze when Adam Aaron drops the press release. I'll tell you when it's getting close. They are all coming to the conclusion right now how many people is going to get how many apes in exchange for debt, all right, or not necessarily debt, but debt payment, and those shares will be convertible at a specific time in the future. In other words, we can get the money now, but we don't have to worry about dilution until 2025. Now, everybody can get on board with that, people. That's exactly how Ape was supposed to run. All right. He was supposed to issue it out to us. That's cool. Whatever. We paid up the ass for that too. But when he created the at the market apes, he was supposed to make it a preferred B. That way they didn't get mixed up. And that way they didn't all have to get converted at one time. The way it's supposed to go is if he done it again and he said, oh God, he would take half our money. Adam, I don't want no fucking ape. Keep your ape. They're going to split our shit to make more ape. I hope that ain't how he's got to do it. I think you only have to mint it once. And that's what he used us for. Just like a token. That's just like a token. How you have to mint a token, they have to mint the ape, and they went through us to do that with. And I don't think he has to do that funky ass 2-for-1 dividend bullshit. He just give it straight up as a rights offering. Either you want to buy the motherfucker for $5 in June of 2025, or you don't. Now, I would buy some for $5 that would be converted into AMC shares in June of 2025. It gives us our money we need to keep the business going. And we know exactly when the dilution is going to happen in 2025, June. That's how it's supposed to work. And that's how they got it set up this time. And they ain't gonna let Adam Aaron fuck this up again. Let me see what y'all talking about. You shouldn't be frustrated. All right. A farmer isn't frustrated when he sees the storm clouds coming. All right, because he needs the water for his crops. So what we've been going through, just be cool. You should not be frustrated. You should be looking up now, seeing them clouds coming and thinking, oh, Ken Griffin, you in trouble. That's all that the storm cloud that I see says. Oh, Ken Griffin, you in trouble. Price prediction is hard. I could tell you when BlackRock set this in motion, all right, I believe, just my opinion, when they set it in motion, it was supposed to run up to 72, and then it was supposed to pull back, and then it was supposed to run up into 700, and then it was supposed to pull back, and then it was supposed to run to 7,000. That's the way we've always thought, all the way to the back. If you remember when Lou used to tell us, that it's going to happen in stages now. You're going to see a squeeze. When they take their hand off this motherfucker, you're going to see a squeeze, but there's going to be run-ups and a pullback and run-ups and a pullback. But we always believed it would run to 700 to 800. All right. I said 7 to 725, and Lou would say 800 because that's what the algorithm was showing. Well, if it runs up now to 72, that's just as if it ran to 720. You understand? If we went to $72 now, it would be as if the algorithm was back on track and we're up to $720. The next step is a pullback and then to 7,000, or in this particular case, after a reverse stock split, you're looking at $700 to $800 run up. Very possible. But they got to remove Ken Griffin. That's what I was saying. They split APE and AMC like they did because, and if you understand what tokens are, you of value to mint token. Same thing over here with ape. All right. They couldn't just create all these apes. They had to mint it. It's a currency. It had to be minted. And they used half of our fucking AMC money to do that. Now, I don't think they have to do it again. Why? Because it's already in circulation. All right, maybe I said it backwards. If it ran up now to 720, it would be as if it's back on track to 70. It's in the 72. I don't know. I'm fucking high. I got it figured out on paper. But I smoked one before I came on live. Oh, it's a trap. It's a trap. Yeah, 720. If this motherfucker runs up to 720, it's as if it's at 72 again. Just do the reverse stock opposite. A lot of people are. A lot of people. Oh, it's going to run. People are fixing to make a lot of money. To see us, I can't even say us because I had to sell some shares. But to those that have been holding forever, you're going to get paid. But the ones that are getting in now are fixing to make the bank that we were supposed to make in the beginning. These people coming in right now is about to make that bank. Now, we're going to have to get crumbs off the table, and that's just the way it fucking is. But it's going to run up for us. I'm totally convinced. I can't sleep because I know it. When I heard GME run up 15%, I went and looked at the chart and I said, oh, GME ran up the first time. You know what that tells me? Ken Griffin. That's your ass. They coming at you now. All of them. JP Morgan is the one that backed Robinhood and said, we got you back. If Ken Griffin refuses that order flow again, which causes the margin call, we got your back. He won't have to take the buy button anymore. That's the only power Ken Griffin had over these people, man, is his ability to tell people don't buy that order flow. Now it falls back. Could Fidelity get margin called tomorrow for $5 billion? Yes. How could it happen? When they send their order flow to Ken Griffin, they refuse it. Now, whatever transactions are in that pot, Fidelity's on the hook for. See, that's too much power for one man to wield, and they're fed up with it. It's time for King Griffin to go. Now, we've been saying it for 3 fucking years. They just catching on. Yeah, you can't keep averaging down, huh? I'm open that Weeble account back up. I'm gonna let Weeble be that little play fund over there. Try to get my shares back up. And I hope I got time, but I don't think we do. I think this shit's upon us. We're just waiting on Adam Aaron to drop the press release. I'm telling y'all. When y'all see Adam Aaron drop that press release, you know you're fixing to hear from me. Because then I'm going to be telling you, okay, here's what you can expect. Now that I'm right about that, here's what you can expect. And I'll be able to tell y'all what you can expect. Let the rest of them. Where's Tanker? Hey, Tank. I think XRP, man, I think XRP is about to go. I hate this shit too. Because somebody we all love just passed away. And it's all about to happen. They missed it by what? A fucking month. I don't have all my shares anymore, but I still consider myself a diamond hand. Because I held them motherfuckers till I was about to die. What have I been saying? Jason Scott or whoever you are? Have I not been telling you? So you telling me it's not possible to tell if it's going to fucking rain or not? Huh? Are you telling me that you can't look out your door and know if a fucking tornado is fixing to come and hit your house? All right, then stop talking stupid and consider that all you have to do is look out the door. And they're all aiming at King. About, I didn't say that the squeeze is happening when. I said you can start preparing, looking for the signs, the lightning that's striking. Going to be telling us is when Adam drops that fucking press release, lightning strike. Man, some of y'all can get me worked up. They've stole more trillions, people. Over in Brazil, I've uncovered. Some people claim they're still waiting on the fucking paperwork. When I got it, all you have to do is ask. But some people, where was I at? Oh, $1 trillion. Citigroup has counterfeited, allegedly, supposedly, almost every fucking stock on the American Stock Exchange. They've counterfeited in that they have Brazilian exchange over there trading AMC stock. Now they're not no more. Since I fucking broke the story on what was going on and that I had the fucking paperwork and the lawsuit's ready, they delisted that shit. Al brought it up in his paperwork, and in 4 days, they delisted AMC from the Brazilian market. So don't tell me, but trillion, Citigroup, I can name a couple of the stocks right off the top of my head. Visa is one. All right. And the way that works is whatever the whatever the float is. In our particular case, our float max is 550 million. All right. That's how high Ad America sell all the way up to that. That's the roof. 550, I do believe. Am I right? It's coming. It's coming. Fuck no, AMC's not going below 3. I'm telling y'all with confidence. I don't know. King Griffin only had one bullet, and they're taking that away from him right now. His one bullet was he could refuse the order flow if he didn't want to take it. That's how he would put pressure on Robinhood, Fidelity, Schwab. If they want their order flow filled, they got to fucking do what King Griffin tells them to do. And they're fed up. Now, if you get Brazilian Guatemalans, didn't even understand what the man was talking about back then. A year ahead of even me and my thinking back then. But once I got on that trail, that was their ass. Where Luke could tell us, this is what's going on, I could prove it. I don't want to go fund me. Please don't do that. You just be cool. I've got an idea. I just got to get out from some of the stress I'm under so I can focus 100%, because the chickens are coming home to roost. The chickens are coming home to roost, people. I need a new place. That's what most people don't understand. They laugh at me and mock at me about where I live, but guess what? I'm as happy as can be. I got my babies here. All of them passed the fuck out. But big fancy house? What the fuck would I do with a big fancy house? I got this big ass fucking place here, and I don't walk in 2 of the rooms. I got them closed off. Most of it was my dad's stuff in it. Put his stuff in there. On the edge, but I'm gonna tell you what. I had a talk with God, and I said, "Now, Lord, enough's enough. Something's got to break." And He sent His angels. So, if you believe, then I pray for that too for you. Hold on, like that fucking cat. That old cat that we see, the little kitten hanging off the fucking tree, hanging there. And I don't even know, am I supposed to tell y'all to do that? Hold on. I'm supposed to say, I don't give a fuck what y'all do. I was being vaporized. My brother had put me in such a position that it was pathetic. And look, it got worse. The estate didn't pay my dad's 2023 taxes. And they was fixing to foreclose on this house. But I got the notice just in time. And God sent an angel. What's up, Rich G? Who all we got in here? Mary. When Lou was talking about AMC, XRP, I got excited. I got 2 XRP Army shirts. Y'all ever seen me wear my XRP? I'll wear them in my next video. But I got X Army shirts because when Lou started the X Army, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm down with it, Lou. And I was jumped in. But then I seen it was just like it was over here in the stock market. If you don't think they got ways to fuck over you in the crypto, but is XRP going to do what Lou said it's going to do? Yeah, because Lou had the vision to see what they're using it for. So, yeah, Lou knew what he was talking about. He called it X-Force, yeah. But before he called it X-Force, when he was, well, he called y'all the X-Army too. Because I had the shirts made that said X-Army. And I remember he said X-Force because he dressed up with that thing on his head like he was Darth Vader. Oh, I gave Lou his shout out. I said he was the first one to tell us that fucking Adam Aaron was a snake in the grass. Lou will go down in infamy. The haters, do you notice that none of the people that hated him have anything to say about his passing? But they talk about that motherfucker twice a week on their shows. Just hold on, Stan the Man. Hold on. Yes, King Griffin was able to get out of the trap that they had set for him, but this time it's different. He does, and we don't see all the many ways that he does, but he does. So what y'all want to talk about? Will AMC run this week? I don't know. We'd have to go look at the chart and compare it to GME because it looks like GME is going to do it first again. I found the NFTs. I got a tab open right now to it. But what they want me to do is, and then I look back and I thought about the tweets that he told us. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I can't get in now because I'm live. I have to pay a fucking fee to open the wallet. And then I remembered that Adam Aaron did say that they were going to pay the fee for 1 year. And apparently that time frame has ran out. And if I want to get access to them NFTs, I got to pay 5 whacks, whatever that costs. Post Moaz plans to build up my GPT channel. I love my GPT channel. I've got a blog post that I'm working on. I've been working on it for 2 days now. It's kind of like a thing with ChatGPT. I have an idea of what I want this article to say, and certain aspects as a marketer, I know how to phrase things. So it takes me a little longer with GPT but when it's done, I gotta tell it all the little marketing tricks that I want to use, the words I want to use and shit in the article to keep people's attention, to keep them going, because it's different than a video. Yeah, how many people? Ain't nobody hit that motherfucking like button? I see 1 fucking like. I don't know how many there are. What's going on over here? This dumb bitch here never fucking got straight. 48 likes. Okay. You may not be able to transfer them. If you go to AMC's secret page where you can redeem your NFTs, It's not turned on. All right. But it's turned on sometimes and sometimes it's not. All right. So somebody's redeeming something at some point in time, or they wouldn't have a fucking redemption page up. Yeah, of course it's weird. Now let me ask you a question. Joseph just said AMC was 410 to 412 all day long. Absolutely. When I looked at it, when I first got the word about GME running, I run over there to Trading View, pulled up the charts, and I seen AMC was at 4010 or 410, 411, and it's been there all motherfucking day. And I'm thinking now, nobody is saying much about that. But if the word halt was to show up, all right, AMC halted, people would be freaking the fuck out. Oh, they halted the stock. They're halting it now. I've told y'all I've come up with that a year ago. It's an unauthorized halt. They just don't move the fucking price of the stock. Well, what are they doing? They're parking the fucking orders, just like Lulu used to tell us. They're parking the fucking orders in a secondary book. Just like you know who used to tell us. You don't have to worry about that debt. That's why he created, think people, quit letting these crazy fucking YouTubers put crazy fucking thoughts in your head and use your head. Your back's against the wall. You've got to pull out the reserve money, and that's APE. And they're making deals right now with it. And he's going to offer it to us probably in a rights offering. His best selling point to get people on board right now with his new APE shares that's coming out, I'm talking institution wise. Let's say, for example, he was to call Fidelity and say, man, y'all want these new APE shares. And they said, why would we want them APE shares? And he would say, you look at how much money Antara made. And they would be quick to go, okay, so I could turn $20 million investment into a $200 million investment in 60 days. Do it. And that's how it's all going to get started again. Adam's worried about Adam's pocket. That's right. No, I do not. It's not going to be done the same way. They not going to, I can't keep saying this, they not going to let Adam Aaron fuck it up this time. The reason they had to do the 50% was because they were minting the apes. Organized stocks, their AMC locates, and it's currency. So it had to be minted. They used us, the apes. Now he's got access to how many more? 50 billion? Seeing what y'all hollering about. Ape. Okay. This is where it could get interesting. How could it cause the squeeze? We're not talking about ape causing the squeeze. Understand that. All right. We're talking about the overloading of volume causing King Griffin to refuse orders because they don't have the money, that's coming. It's going to fall back on the brokers. That's how the squeeze happens. First off, King Griffin's going to get squeezed because everybody's sending their order flows to him, and it's going to overwhelm him. It's coming. All right, it's a setup. It's been being set in motion. We're just a small part of it, people. You get to see a rise in our stock price from them beating the shit out of King Griffin. How high can it go? Cool. It can go quite a bit. In my opinion, I would not say it's going to go 1,200. If I had to put a cap and say, what would the cap be that AMC could go up to? I would say maybe $1,200. When CSI, be watching for the press release. I told y'all, Adam Aaron's just a piece on this puzzle. He's fixing to get his order, and he ain't going to fuck it up this time. They had King Griffin's ass nailed to the wall back in January and June, and he got out of it. Since then, Kim's made a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies. Fidelity hates him. All right. Schwab hates him. TD Ameritrade hates him. Why? Because he forces their hand to do shit, and they not the type of people to be forced. What did he say? Checking it now. What did Adam Aaron have to say? We're going bankrupt, people. We got to do something. That's why I created Ape. All that business come out. Come on. Adam Aaron. Adam never followed me back. Son of a bitch. The impressive forthcoming movie slate gives me increasing confidence in the potential for a solid industry box office later in 2024 and 2025. But the first part of 2024 is just a slow to wade through, given that the 2023 strikes delayed movie release. All right. He's saying, hey, we're going to have a little bump in the road right here, but by the end of 2024 and 2025, things will be smooth sailing because everything will be back on track with the movies coming out and everything again. Yeah, right. But that's what he's saying right here that I'm reading. What he's telling you all is that we're at a bump in the road because that later on in the year of 2024 and 2025. But in 2023, because of the writer's strike, bump to go over right here. That's your cue. You should be going, CSI, it looks like CSI might be right. Because if we got a bump to get over, how do we get over bumps, people? How does AMC get over bumps? You ape. Telling y'all, and he just fucking. We got to get over this bump, and then everything is smooth sailing after that. Yeah, get over the bump. Issue. Let's get on the road. I just got to understand. You've been angry, and your anger has been focused in a lot of the wrong directions because of the way that people told us. If they don't let you buy something in the morning, it's coming. When the buy button, no matter where you're at, if the buy button disappears, that means King Griffin refused the order flow. Understand that's what that means. The broker is not going to go past their risk tolerance. All right. And like I said earlier, Robinhood just got a $3-point-something billion loan necessary if they need it. All right. In case King Griffin don't take that order flow, Robinhood can keep going. Adam Aaron just tweeted, boom. I need to go do a video about that, but I'm out of weed, so I ain't in the mood. We got to get over this bump. How you going to get over the bump? Somebody tell me how you get over the bump. How does AMC get over this bump in the road? They sell ape. Who will buy it? I'll buy it. I will buy a share of ape for $5, transfer convertible to AMC share in 2025. That means AMC will be doing good again. Things will be looking up. We can handle dilution by that time. Right now, we just need the money. I'll throw in $5. Give me a share. Everybody's going to do it. Everybody. Your debt holders are doing it right now. Well, then, and once this happens, he's going to go out in December. This has to happen before he leaves, by the way. So my cap on when it could happen, it's got to happen before the vote because he gets voted on this term. So he's got to go out like the hero. It's fixing to happen. And you heard it where first? CSI. I don't even know how long we've been talking, people. I just come to shoot the shit with y'all for a little while. Antara Capital. Yeah, we all know that. I mean, we might not have got into the aspect of the world global hedge fund, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, I didn't have to go that far. Antara worked with Adam Aaron and fucked up ape. But they're not going to let him fuck it up this time. Sit back, wait, and watch. That's the best advice I've ever heard. Sit back, wait, and watch. The storm's here. Missouri. I'm getting a little tired, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. I wanted to encourage everybody to tell y'all, you know, this Robinhood situation where they getting this extra money, that's to protect them for when King Griffin says, we can't take the order flow. It's coming. So with that, love y'all. Be blessed. And I'll see you in the morning.